Elevate Kamilla Cardoso and let everything run through her. Let her be the dominant force down close to the basket for the Chicago Sky. Turn Angel Reese into a role player, and you know what will happen? You will be an improved team, and you will win games.
The Chicago Sky may have just stumbled onto a game-changing secret, and it doesn't involve Angel Reese shining. In a shocking twist, they finally secured a win. But here's the kicker. Reese spent nearly the entire fourth quarter glued to the bench. From the sidelines, she watched as rookie Kamilla Cardoso erupted for a career-high 23 points and dominated the floor. The stats don't lie. When Reese's minutes go down, the Sky's chances of victory shoot up. Coincidence? Or a hard truth taking shape?
Angel Reese, part 36, let's get it!
Another day, another 3 me-bounds for our me-bounding queen. Now 50% me-bound rate. How about it? Oh, she's learning to pass now, huh?
Bang!
Fastest to 500 rebounds in WNBA history. I wonder why. She's learning to kick it out now. How about it? These announcers are hilarious. They're like, she's learning not to get swatted 3 times in a row. Now it's only twice.
He's a pro basketball player, not a make-a-wish kid.
By the way, this is called a foul. I don't know about you, but that's all ball, baby. All ball!
This isn't just a fluke anymore. Something deeper is unfolding. In Chicago, we're about to unravel how the Sky may have unlocked their true formula for winning, and it starts with sidelining their so-called star, Angel Reese. If you believe the Sky just cracked the code, drop A and type the baby giraffe in the comments. Let's dive in.
This guy finally won a game. We had Angel Reese with a double single. Cardoso was exceptional.
What happened in that fourth quarter sent shockwaves through the arena. Out of nowhere, Coach Tyler Marsh made a bold move. He benched Angel Reese. In the game's most pivotal moments, their marquee player was on the sideline, helplessly watching her team chase their first win. This wasn't just a breather or a rotation. Reese was deliberately taken out, and the decision wasn't random. It revealed something much deeper about what the Sky truly need to succeed. But why now? And what does it mean going forward?
Guess what did not happen? No double-double for Angel Reese equals victory for the Chicago Sky. She should be your 4th or 5th offensive option because she can't shoot. She still couldn't shoot last night. That's just a fact. She still could not shoot the basketball.
The stats leading into that moment told a story too loud to ignore. Reese's 2 for 6 shooting, her forced, awkward looks. It was a pattern Coach Marsh had seen too many times. She went scoreless in the opening quarter, clanking all 3 of her shots. By halftime, she scraped together just 1 lonely point. Her 33% shooting wasn't just inefficient, it was hurting a team desperate for offensive life. This wasn't just a bad game. It was Angel Reese trying to force magic that simply wasn't there, and it was costing them wins.
Angel Reese, I'm sorry, she's not a star basketball player. She's a star person. Her game is she can be a great role player. You can be a star in your role. Draymond Green is a star in his role. Angel Reese can be a star in her role, rebounding, creating havoc, creating extra possessions. She play hard on the defensive end. Angel Reese can be a good player for a good team. Her role has to be defined. You don't need her trying to be a scorer.
What made Coach Marsh's decision even more explosive was the timing. This wasn't just any game. It was Angel Reese's first professional clash against Paige Buchers. The spotlight was blinding. And while Buchers delivered with 15 points, 8 assists, and a complete, composed performance, Reese struggled to find her rhythm. Possession after possession slipped through her hands, the pressure visibly rattling her. And with the world watching on live television, the contrast between the 2 stars couldn't have been sharper. One rose to the moment, the other crumbled under it.
She's not efficient at all, and the lack of efficiency in her shooting leads to losses. Right here, 97-92. This was in Chicago. Let's just scroll down here. Angel Reese, 25 minutes, 2 of 6 from the field, 33%. You're 6'4", 33%. I mean, honestly, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 points. You're right in your lane. Yeah, you're right in your lane.
Coach Tyler Marsh's post-game remarks peeled back the curtain on his controversial decision. He stressed that Angel Reese needed to shift her focus, not on forcing shots, but on rebounding and facilitating the flow of play. That's who Angel is at her best, Marsh explained. Her skill set is bigger than just scoring. He also noted Reese had been dealing with hand discomfort, potentially affecting her shooting. But here's the burning question. Was this an honest assessment, or just another excuse shielding a star who's struggling to shine?
For the Chicago Sky, in the first half, it was all Cardoso. Cardoso ended the game with 23. Cardoso in the first half she had her first 10 points for the team. So she had 23.
The difference was glaring. As Reese sat with just 6 points on inefficient shooting, her replacement was making plays that sparked real momentum. The conversation wasn't just about whether Reese should have been benched. It shifted to something deeper. Would the Sky finally start functioning like a true team, now that their star wasn't dominating the spotlight?
The way Angel playing the fourth is the way she probably should be playing. She is she's a good role player. She's a good role player. Like, it was a solid performance. Like, she made a couple of extra passes. She kind of swung 1 or 2 times and the team won a few times. And like, the team got a couple of scores from all 5 people's ball movement.
The turning point arrived the moment Angel Reese hit the bench. Instantly, the Sky's offense transformed. Ball movement surged, spacing widened, and they outscored Dallas in the final frame. Gone were the rushed shots and forced isolations. This wasn't just tactical, it was a revelation. And at the center of this shift, Kamilla Cardoso. The rookie who'd lived in Reese's shadow for nearly 2 seasons suddenly became the heart of the offense. She was never supposed to be the focal point. Her highest scoring game had topped out at 15 points, yet here she was, commanding the floor. While Reese learned hard truths from the sidelines, Cardoso became the unlikely hero. The Sky didn't just play better, they looked reborn. And with every possession that went through Cardoso, it became clearer. Something special was happening. Something no one, not even the coaching staff, had fully anticipated.
Kamilla Cardoso had her best game of the season. Might have had the best game of her young career. To be honest, I don't really remember. She had a couple decent games her rookie year, but I don't really remember her having a game as good as this.
The transformation wasn't gradual. It was immediate. Cardoso scored Chicago's first 10 points, sending a jolt through the arena. Her confidence was electric. She attacked the rim with purpose, made smart reads in the post, and announced herself as a genuine offensive threat. This wasn't luck. This was a player stepping into a role she'd long been denied. And with every basket, the Sky gained something they'd been missing all season. A reliable scorer who didn't force the game but flowed with it. Finally, Chicago had momentum.
Kamilla Cardoso. Guess who finally got more minutes than Angel Reese in a ball game? Hell has frozen over, I guess. But finally, they ran this whole shooting match through Cardoso.
What truly solidified this moment? Veteran point guard Courtney Vandersloot publicly backed the change. She needs to touch the ball a lot, Vandersloot said. She understands the game really well. We need to play through her more. When a future Hall of Famer gives that kind of endorsement, you listen. And that's exactly what happened. Vandersloot saw what everyone else now did. Cardoso was doing the little things right, reading the floor, making smart decisions, and earning every opportunity. It wasn't favoritism, it was recognition and validation from the top.
She showed up today. Kamilla Cardoso showed up today. I can't knock it. It was a hell of a game. Like I said, Vandersloot, pick and roll masterpiece, hesitating, scoop layups, finding open players, finding Kamilla. It was a hell of a game from Sloot. Ariel Atkins showed up back-to-back games, getting busy, being that scorer that Chicago needs, that scorer, that shot creator, that late in the shot clock guy where it's like, hey, it's late in the shot clock. We got 6 seconds left. We need you to go get a bucket. Ariel Atkins is showing she could step up and be that player for the Chicago Sky.
Cardoso's brilliance wasn't limited to offense. She was a force on both ends of the court. Defensively, she locked down the paint, battled for every loose ball, and delivered crisp passes that jump-started fast breaks. She didn't chase stats. She elevated the system. And compared to Angel Reese's forced plays and heavy-handed shot attempts, Cardoso's approach felt refreshing, even necessary. She wasn't trying to dominate. She was letting the game come to her, and it worked.
9 of 13, 69% from the field, 83% from the line, 8 rebounds, 23 points. She was dominant last night. Dominant. Let's look at it a little bit.
Here at Wintrust, and a quick move and quick night. Wings and Sky, the Wings, like I mentioned.
I mean, she was dominant. Look at it. Inside close to the basket. Misses one. There's Angel. Angel actually threw the ball back to Kamilla.
Each time Cardoso scored, it was like watching her potential come alive in real time. The Sky's offense finally looked in sync. Teammates found her in high-percentage spots, and she finished through contact with ease. Her efficiency told the story. 9 of 13 from the field, 5 of 6 at the line. Suddenly, Chicago had something they hadn't had all year. A legitimate post presence who delivered when it mattered.
Kamilla Cardoso, 9 of 13, 5 of 6 from the line, 8 rebounds, 23 and 8. That's what you need from her. That's what you need from her. Kamilla Cardoso should be giving you 10 rebounds a night. At 6'7", she should be getting 10 rebounds a night. Now, this is what frustrates people with Kamilla Cardoso is she'll have a game like this, 23 and 8, and then you don't know what you're going to get from her next game. Kamilla might not show. Kamilla might go for 6 points and 3 rebounds next game. She got to start demonstrating a level of consistency that the coach and the Sky fans can rely on.
What triggered Kamilla Cardoso's stunning 23-point breakout? Simple. Reese stepped back, and Cardoso stepped into the spotlight. With Angel's reduced presence, the ball started flowing to the post where Cardoso had prime position and full support. No more funneling plays through a struggling scorer. Now it was about giving chances to someone producing real results. After the game, Cardoso reflected, "I finally saw all my off-season work show up tonight. It wasn't just a breakout. It was a warning shot. Maybe the Sky's future doesn't belong to the star everyone's been hyping. Maybe it belongs to the player who's been quietly preparing, patiently waiting, and absolutely ready to deliver when it truly counted."
We've seen Kamilla, let me just pause it. We've seen Kamilla trailing Angel a lot lately and or cutting around the basket while Angel's down here and she keeps throwing up shots and keeps missing. Angel actually threw the ball back to Kamilla and it worked. Right here, oh, I miss a layup, I get my own rebound. Guess what? One shot, it's back in. One shot, it's back in.
This is where it takes a sharp turn. The numbers, cold and undeniable, just lit the fuse. Reese's off night versus Dallas wasn't an isolated collapse. It's part of a troubling season-long pattern. While fans cling to hope and excuses pile up, the data paints a stark picture. And now, that picture's too vivid to ignore. The numbers are screaming a truth many aren't ready to face.
Rasheed Wallace once said 3 great words: ball don't lie. Bang! At this rate, she's gonna be leading the league in turnovers as a big under center, bro. Said hot, hot, bang! A lot of new people here are asking, hey, what does butter pecan mean? I'll tell you what it means. It's butter pecan! Burn!
6 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. On the surface, Reese's box score looked passable until you dig deeper. She shot just 2 of 6, an ugly 33.3% clip. And it wasn't a one-quarter fluke. Reese missed all 3 shots in the opening frame and had only 1 point by halftime. For a player expected to anchor the offense, that's not a stat line, it's a red flag. The numbers may seem tame, but they hide a far more troubling reality about where her game's headed.
Playing in her 6th game of her WNBA career, Smith blocks Angel and will send it back.
The moment that summed up everything, Nalissa Smith's brutal block on Reese. The same Nalissa Smith who used to run with Caitlin Clark at Iowa. That block wasn't just a rejection. It went viral, symbolizing Reese's offensive frustration. The shot was predictable, forced, and Smith swatted it with ease. Social media lit up instantly, turning a defensive play into a public reckoning. That single moment shouted what defenders already knew. When Reese forces it, she's easier to stop than her fans care to admit.
She just blocked the shit.
6th game of her.
Boom, get that crap out of here. She just blocked the shit out of Angel Reese. I mean, God, she's terrible.
Even more revealing was how Chicago's offense shifted depending on Reese's presence. When she sat, the ball zipped around. Possessions didn't stall. Teammates looked for better shots, not just their own. It was like watching a different team. Unburdened. No forced isolations. No shot clock panic. Just clean, purposeful movement. The numbers confirmed what eyes already saw. The sky functioned better when Reese wasn't monopolizing every offensive decision.
That's good basketball. That is good. Do you see how happy her teammate was? Look at that. I mean, a dominant force. She's an absolute. Look at these made layups. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought made layups being efficient would lead to winning ball? I guess I would have thought it.
Looking at Reese's full season numbers, the signs were always there. This wasn't just a one-night letdown, it's been a pattern. But the most alarming stat isn't about her. It's about the sky. When they stopped centering their game plan around Reese, something clicked. Assist totals soared past 25 in back-to-back games. Field goal percentages rose. The offense looked alive. The real revelation? Chicago started playing actual team basketball when they didn't rely on their supposed star. It's becoming clear. If the Sky want to win, Reese may need to embrace a far different role. One where she contributes, but doesn't command. And that shift might be coming faster than anyone expected.
You know who is reffing these WNBA games? Got Helen Keller, Ray Charles, and Stevie Wonder out there with the whistle in their mouth. Not a travel. I didn't know you could do the Cupid shuffle when you got the ball in your hand. Skip it, pop, boom, boom, boom. Bang! The ball tells the truth. The ball gets justice. Bang! No, it's the end of the school year and everything. We got prom coming up, but I didn't know you could dance on the WNBA court like that.
How many times I gotta tell you? You need your passport to travel.
Here's the jaw dropper. While Angel Reese rode the bench and the Sky finally tasted victory, Caitlin Clark sat out with injury, and her team unraveled. 2 sophomore stars, 2 completely different outcomes. One sidelined by decision, the other by circumstance. But only one absence caused chaos. The Sky found rhythm without Reese. The Fever, they collapsed without Clark. And in that contrast lies a brutal truth. One player appears replaceable. The other? She's the engine, the one who truly matters to her team's survival.
Just like that, Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA, the team owners, the Players Association, in the split of an instance, all of it can change. In a split instance, all of it can change. If this injury does anything, it should be a wake-up call to the WNBA.
Without Caitlin Clark, the Fever looked like a team stripped of its brain and heart. Their offense fell apart, creativity vanished, and no one stepped up to fill the void. Clark's ability to see the floor, thread impossible passes, and elevate her teammates wasn't just missing. It was irreplaceable. Indiana didn't just lose a player. They lost structure, confidence, and leadership. The system they built around a once-in-a-generation point guard disintegrated. Without her, they're not a contender. They're a team in crisis, grasping for answers.
Indiana Fever lose to a young Washington Mystics team, 83-77. Look lost without Caitlin Clark.
In crunch time without Reese, the Sky looked like a real team for the first time all season. The offense flowed, players moved with purpose, and possessions felt structured. With Reese off the court, Chicago's offensive rating actually climbed. No more forced shots or hijacked plays, just smart basketball. For once, they didn't look like 5 individuals chasing stats. They looked like a cohesive, professional squad finding its rhythm.
The Sky have one potential bona fide superstar, and that is Kamilla Cardoso. It is not Angel Reese. Last night, Angel Reese, and look, her fans, if she is played the right way by a team, her fans are going to burn down social media, and they're going to burn down the Chicago Sky, because Angel Reese's line should look something like 4 to 6 points with 8 to 10 rebounds and 3 assists. That should be her line.
The numbers don't lie. And in Caitlin Clark's absence, they screamed disaster. Indiana's offense collapsed. Assists vanished. Scoring tanked. Efficiency nosedived. Leadership, non-existent. The Fever, once poised for a playoff push, suddenly looked directionless. Without their floor general, every possession felt labored. There was no one to orchestrate, no one to steer. Clark doesn't just run the offense, she is the offense. And without her, the Fever simply can't function.
They had 0 fast break points. 0 fast break points on the game. 0. 0 fast break points. I don't care what the score ends up.
With Reese taking a step back, it was Kamilla Cardoso's time to shine. And she did just that. Chicago stopped funneling everything through their struggling forward, and instantly, the offense unlocked. Cardoso thrived, dropping 23 points, finally getting the touches and positioning she deserved. This wasn't luck. It was cause and effect. One player empowers her teammates. The other unintentionally holds them back. Caitlin Clark creates rhythm, delivers open looks, and makes the smart play. Angel Reese, by contrast, forces shots, stalls possessions, and disrupts flow. One lifts the team. The other? She makes the game harder for everyone.
And never on planet Earth should she ever have more minutes than Kamilla Cardoso, which has been a trend until last night. They won the game.
The verdict couldn't be clearer. When Caitlin Clark is out, the Fever fall apart. When Reese is out, the Sky look better. That contrast tells us everything we need to know. Chicago's first win of 2025 wasn't just a fluke. It was a revelation. The team didn't lean on their star. They succeeded without her. Meanwhile, Indiana can't compete when Clark isn't leading. One player transforms her team. The other drags it down when she overextends. If this trend holds, Reese may be facing a harsh awakening, while Cardoso steps into the spotlight. Chicago may have finally cracked the code. And it doesn't revolve around Angel. If you're buying into the Sky's new formula, smash that like, drop the baby giraffe in the comments, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a moment. Watch the next video now. You won't want to miss it.